Narada Vacha. Narada said, Parasharya, O son of Parasara. बोलिए, O son of Parasara. Mic down. Suta Vacha. Suta said, Atha, therefore, Tam, him, Sukhamasinaha, comfortably seated, Upasinam, unto one sitting nearby, Bruhatsravaha, greatly respected, Devarshihi, the great Rishi among the gods, Praha, said, Viprarshim, unto the Rishi among the Brahmanas, Veenapanihi, one who carries a veena in his hand, Smayan Iva, apparently smiling. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sound ठीक है? आवाज ठीक है? हरे कृष्ण. Narada, Sri Sudha Goswami said, that the sage amongst the gods, Narada, comfortably seated and apparently smiling, addressed the Rishi among the Brahmanas. Narada was smiling because he well knew the great sage Vedavyas and the cause of his disappointment. As he will explain gradually, Vyasadeva's disappointment was due to insufficiency in presenting the signs of devotion service. Narada knew the defect and it was confirmed by the position of Vyasa. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Ave Namaha Chaitanyamanovishtha Staptam Yena Vitale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Tatati Svakadantikam Vaishnavamshcha Yurupam Sarvajatam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. We'll read some other verses also. फैन बंद कर दो ना, आवाज आ. Narada Vacha Parasharya Mahabhaga Bhavataha Kachidatmana Paritushyati Sharira Atma Manasa Evava. Addressing Vyasadeva, the son of Parasara, Narada inquired, "Are you satisfied by identifying with the body or the mind as the objects of self-realization?" This was a hint by Narada to Vyasadeva regarding the cause of his despondency. Vyasadeva, as the descendant of Parasara, a greatly powerful sage, had the privilege of having a great parentage, which should not have given Vyasadeva cause for despondency. Being a great son of a great father, he should not have identified the self with the body or the mind. Ordinary men with a poor fund of knowledge can identify the body as self or the mind as self, but Vyasadeva should not have done so. One cannot be cheerful by nature unless one is factually seated in self-realization, which is transcendental to the material body and the mind. Jijñāsitam susampannam apite mahadadbhutam kritavan bharatam yastvam sarvartha paribhramitam. Your inquiries are full and your studies were also well fulfilled, and there is no doubt that you have prepared a great and wonderful work like the Mahabharata, which is full of all kinds of Vedic sequences elaborately explained. The despondency of Vyasadeva was certainly not due to this lack of sufficient knowledge, because as a student he had fully inquired about the Vedic literature, as a result of which the Mahabharata is compiled with full explanation of the Vedas. Jijñāsitam adhitam cha brahma yattat sanatanam tatapi shochasi atmanam akritartha iva prabho. You have fully delineated the subject of impersonal Brahman as well as the knowledge derived therefrom. Why should you be despondent in spite of all this, thinking that you are undone, my dear Prabhu? The Vedanta Sutra or Brahma Sutra, compiled by Sri Vyasadeva, is a full deliberation of the impersonal absolute feature and is accepted as the most exalted physical exposition in the world. It covers the subject of eternity and the methods are scholarly. So there cannot be any doubt about the transcendent scholarship of Vyasadeva. So why should he lament? दम की काम किया है? काम किया लगता है ना? हाँ? आज के लिए डिस्काउंट. Hare Krishna. So we are starting today new chapter, Narada's instructions on Vyasadeva, Srimad Bhagavatam for Vyasadeva. This and 2 chapters, next chapter. Very, very important chapters. One should memorize, if possible. If possible. So, anybody, mobile किसी का बजेगा? कलश स्पॉन्सर करना पड़ेगा. एक्स्ट्रा कलश, punishment कलश. So, Uh, this is a very important chapter. In the next chapter also it is described, 6th chapter. Devadattam imam veena swara brahma prajushitam murchayitva harikatha gayamanam charamiyaham swara brahma vibhushita. So this Veena Panina, so Narad Muni's speciality, right? He is, but that Veena is presented by Lord Krishna himself to Narad Muni. Devadattam imam Veenam. Devadattam means, Deva means Krishna. He personally gave to Narad Muni. That is why he sings on the Veena and chants Krishna's name all the time. Right? Narad Muni, Bajai Veena, Radhika Ramana Nam, like that. So he is very famous for that. So this Veena Panina, he came, like last week I have explained, if you are very sincere in your heart, Krishna will send you the guide, Guru. So we don't have to search for the Guru. Rather, if you become sincere in your heart, when Krishna comes to know that you are very sincere to know about him, Krishna will send a Guru. But if you are not sincere, if you have a cheating mentality, right, then Krishna will send you to Sadguru, Pandit Ravi Shankar, all these people. Right? They will never quote any scripture, like that. Many times I told this, Achyutanand Prabhu, when he asked our Howard Wheeler, Haigreve Prabhu, would he attended first time Prabhupada's lecture, and then he after that lecture Prabhupada gave prasad, and then everybody was leaving. Then this boy is very young. He asked Haigreve Prabhu, would Swamiji teach meditation? What did he reply? What did Haigreve Prabhu reply? Never trust a sadhu who is not dancing. क्या बोला? हाँ? क्या मिला? What is the meaning, Santosh? Never trust a sadhu who is not dancing. Huh? Yeah. So in this age of Kali, somebody is teaching meditation, he is a cheater. Because meditation is not possible and it is not recommended for this age of Kali. So we are all descendants of Sri Narad Muni. That is why Narad Muni is always chanting and dancing, glorifying. So we also follow his footsteps and chant, and we don't do any complicated meditation and all. Once Narad Muni is singing on his veena the glories of Krishna. Then what happened? Shankar, Bhagwan Shankar, he was chanting in ecstasy. Out of ecstasy, the blue color of his neck is gone. He became completely white. Then when he went to Parvati Devi, she chased him away, thinking that he is an impostor. When Lord Balaram heard the glories of Krishna being sung by Narad Muni, Balaramji, dhoti became white. When the gopis were going on the bank of Yamuna, when the Yamuna Devi heard the glories of Krishna being sung by Narad Muni, the waters of Yamuna became white. Then all the gopis, they thought it is dahi, and they started churning. You know? So that is the effect of Narad Muni's singing the glories of Krishna. Devadattam. That is why he said, Pragayata Swaviryani Tirthapada Priya Shava Ahuta Ivame Sigram Darshanam Yati Chetasi. As soon as I sing on my veena the glories of Krishna, immediately Krishna appears in my heart. Right? So, the devotees who are taking darshan of Radha Rasbihari during Mangalarti, when they go back chanting, when they close their eyes, you should take darshan of the Rasbihari such a way that when they close their eyes, they should be able to, Krishna should appear in their heart. You have taken darshan of Radha Rasbihari during Darshanarti, Shringara Arti dress. Next day, when you close the eyes, the Krishna should appear in the dress. You should remember the dress, Krishna. So that is called taking darshan. Okay, how many of you get that darshan? When you close your eyes, does Radha Rasbihari appear in your heart? Huh? When we go for yatras and all, that's how we should take darshan. When we go see Lord Jagannath, so after coming back to the room, you should close your eyes and remember the form of the Lord, and the Lord should appear in your heart with the same dress and everything. Like that, everywhere we go. So that is the purpose of doing Tirtha Yatra. So that is he is the greatest devotee of the Lord, Narad Muni. He is incarnation of Bhakti Yoga, Narad. So what is the meaning of Narada? Huh? One who gives Narayana. Right? One who gives Narayana. So, such a great personality appeared in front of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, he did not even call for his spiritual master. But when he was feeling despondency, Narad Muni appeared. Right? In the same way, Srila Prabhupada writes in a book, Sword of Knowledge. When disciples, they feel despondency, Prabhupada said, one should, suppose if there is some problem in the temple and all that stuff, one can directly approach the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, and remember his instructions, read his books, read his pastimes. Then you will feel the presence of Srila Prabhupada in your heart, in your life. Of course, we are not so sincere, but so Prabhupada may not appear directly, right? But sometimes, how many of you got Prabhupada in your dream? You got, right? Omkar? What did he say? Srinath, you got also, right? What did he say?
I had a video call conference with him. So he said that he was quite pleased with me. So he said, "What do you want?" So I said, "Whatever you can give me." So he said, I told him, "What service can I do for you?" So he said, "Nothing as such, you just continue to the Friday class." That is very good.
माइक दो, माइक माइक है.
Twice before the initiation. I was always learning in the initiation. So he came and he said, this is and once I got like, I was having a house somewhere and Manisha Mataji, she got Prabhupada for the morning lunch. Breakfast. So we just came for the breakfast.
वेरी गुड. और कोई? यू गॉट? हाँ. बोलो, संतोष को दो.
So once I had a dream like there was a deep mass of people, mass of people moving in large numbers. So I was also part of that. So I got this there living. So what I was doing there also. So I was totally confused. And walking with them, I saw there is one more direction on the left side. So it was totally empty. And the whole map was on the right side. I was confused where to go. The empty road or the mass of people. Then I looked around and I saw Prabhupada with the sword in my hand and took to the left side. And I started walking.
Once, 1991, that time I was not a full-time devotee. I was staying in Gurukul. Then Prabhupada appeared in my dream. Then he told me that read my books submissively. So that's why I got into reading books. So later on, sometime back, Prabhupada came in my, of course, Prabhupada was giving lecture, then I was here sitting and hearing the whole lecture. Prabhupada gave lecture in my dream. You know, whole lecture I heard from Prabhupada. That was anyway. There are many people who got Prabhupada came in dream. There is one lady. There is a country called Venezuela. Yeah. So she came to Vrindavan. One devotee was speaking to her because I also don't know that where that country is. Some South American country. We don't know so much about it. So the devotee asked, how come you came to know about ISKCON? How you came to Vrindavan? Actually, she said, I was suffering from a very acute, very painful disease in my knees. I was thinking that I should die. Then one old personality appeared in my dream. Then he said, I am A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So go take so and so medicine, you will be all right. Then she took the medicine and then she became all right. And then she was very surprised. Who is this A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami? Then she Googled. And then it found out that he is connected to ISKCON. Then she went to some ISKCON temple and then started reading Prabhupada books. You know. Then she inquired what Prabhupada likes most. Then from the devotees, they said, if somebody goes to Vrindavan, Prabhupada will like it. That's why he came to Vrindavan. So there are many devotees who have. So if you are sincere, Prabhupada will give you instruction. Because Vyasadeva was disappointed in his heart. Then Narad Muni appeared. Right? Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted guidance. Then Narad Muni appeared. So take the name of any devotee, right? He has to take instruction from Narad Muni. Right? So uh, so Vyasadeva is the son of Parasara Muni. Right? Parasara Muni's father was Shakti Muni. Shakti Muni's father was Vasishtha Muni. So, Shakti Muni, once he was going on a narrow path. There is one demon also. He was, there is one king. There is one king. He was coming, in front of him. So there is only one person can walk. So these people, they have caste domination. So Shakti Muni told, because I am Brahmana, you should give the path, go back. The king said, I am Kshatriya, you should, I am the king, lord of this state, so you should, be submissive and you go back. Like that. So Shakti Muni became very angry and then he cursed him to become a man-eater demon, Rakshasa. Right? And that Rakshasa only came and ate up Shakti Muni. This is a story from Mahabharata. Then, at that time, Shakti Muni's wife was pregnant. They were staying with Vasishtha Muni's ashram. Once Vasishtha Muni, he has this, every day he does puja. Then Shakti Muni used to recite Vedic mantras, Purush Sukta prayers and all. Om, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapad, like that. So, they're very melodious, very nice to hear those Vedic chants. So Shakti Muni, Vasishtha Muni was a little bit lamenting that his son got killed. Then he got, to his surprise, to his shock, he started hearing the Vedic chants early in the morning. Then Vasishtha Muni was surprised, who is chanting the Vedic mantras, because Vedic chants, because my son to died. He asked Bahu. Bahu told, पेट से आ रहा है, पेट में लड़का बोल रहा है. Then he understood that he is such a great personality. From the womb only he was learning. Of course, every child is not like that. That is why they are not reported in Bhagavatam. Right? All those who are every elephant cannot offer prayer, because one elephant offered prayer. That is why he was actually, his name is mentioned in Bhagavatam. Right? There are so many people like that. Like last time I told, Chandra kidnapped Brahaspati's wife, Tara. And Brahaspati and Chandra, they started fighting for that lady. Then the demons started supporting Chandra, and then demigods started supporting Brahaspati. The Lord Shiva supported Brahaspati because Brahaspati is son of Angiras Muni, and then Angiras Muni is the spiritual master of Lord Shiva. Then somebody went and reported to Brahma, ऐसा कर रहा है ये लोग. And then Brahma ji came and chastised, लड़की के बारे पीछे ऐसा झगड़ा करना चाहिए क्या? Then he handed over to Tara to Brahaspati. And meanwhile, then they came to know that she is pregnant. And then Brahaspati and Chandra again started fighting. Mera beta hai, mera beta hai. Then Brahmaji asked, whose son he is? She was feeling shy. बोलने के लिए. The बच्चा in the pet, she started chastising his mother. You shameless woman. Why are you feeling shy? Tell the truth. When you do all this, when you did all these things, you have no shame. अभी तुमको शर्म आ रहा है? Then she told, वो चंद्रा का बेटा है. So ये सब होता है, everywhere it is same, Then that son was Buddha, because he is very, very handsome, beautiful. So these Pandavas are the santan of Buddha, right? Buddha's son was Pururava, and then Pururava is the, anyway, Chandravamshas, Rajas, they come from there. So Parasara Muni, once there was a Sabha, conference of all the sages. Parasara, he was at the time 6-year-old boy. He was sitting on the lap of Vasishtha Muni. Who is Markandeya Rishi? Markandeya Rishi is the longest living, This is some 7 kalpas. He is a Chiranjeevi. For a long time he lived. When Markandeya Rishi, he came, he offered respects to Parasara, the boy, who is sitting in the lap of Vasishtha Muni. So somebody asked, there are so many sages who are sitting here with so much experience in tapasya, why did you offer respects to Parasara Muni? Even though I lived 7 kalpas, the remembrance of Krishna that he has got in his short span of 6 years, he is much more than what I have remembered Krishna in my 7 kalpas of life. So a person should be respected because of age, and also something called Jnanavriddha. One is Vayovriddha, another is Jnanavriddha. Jnanavriddha means somebody may be a aged person, but a small boy may be having more jnana than that Vayovriddha. So if somebody comes to know that he is Jnanavriddha, you must offer respect to first Jnanavriddha, then Vayovriddha. So that is why Narada Muni is mentioning Parasharya, because you are coming from a great lineage. Vasishtha, Shakti, and Parasara, Vyasa, then is going to come our Sukadeva Goswami, great lineage of devotees, great saints. So, how come you are Parasara Muni's son? Why are you despondent? Like Arjuna became, that's why, like last time I have, in Bhagavad Gita class, I have explained. Partha, Pashaitam Partha. Oh Partha, look at the Kaurava Sena. Like that he said. Right? You can tell what is the significance of Krishna addressing Arjuna as Partha?
Son of Kunti.
Yeah, but what is the significance? Manisha ji, you heard that lecture? Do you remember? You remember? Whenever we hear the lecture, contemplate, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. You should always contemplate. Mananam. Mananam is very important. So as soon as you hear the lecture, go back and tell somebody that Ram Rupa Vaisa aisa explain kiya hai. Then yaad ho jaye. Huh? You heard? Huh?
50 days is known as Krishna and prayed to Krishna and maybe more brothers were added in the way. So Krishna wanted to remind us that if Chirala Nirvana was such a great devotee, that's why he addressed him. So Parth.
Yeah, Pachitetat. So 2 times, now in the first chapter Bhagavad Gita, he Partha करके संबोधित किया है. And then again in the last verse of spoken by Krishna, again he addressed him as Partha. Pachitetat shrutam Partha, tvaya ekagra chetasa. Did you hear Partha? Right? Carefully, with concentration. Like that. So, in Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, when the names are addressed, Sambodhan, it has a lot of significance behind each and every word. Understanding? Huh? समझ में आ रहा है? So why are you despondent? Oh, Parasarya, oh son of Parasar Muni. Arey, Parasar Muni, such a great personality. Right? Such a great lineage. Vasishtha Muni, guru of Lord Ramchandra. And then this grandson of Vasishtha Muni is Parasara. And then your great grandson of Vasishtha Muni. So how come you are despondent? Yeah? So he's saying, how many of you heard Mahabharata lecture? Introduction to Mahabharata. Friday? So, did you hear? You heard? So what is the purpose of Vyasadeva writing Mahabharata? Very good. See? So,
people like to hear the stories. So from a Mahabharata.
Yeah. So, I was mentioning that the purpose of Vyasadeva writing Mahabharata is to establish Vasudeva as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Number 2, Pandavas Satcharitra. Right? And number 3, Dhritarashtra's Dushcharitra. So what is the purpose? You should know how to live in this world, and then you should know what not to do in this world. By learning about Dhritarashtra and his son's work, you must learn what we should not be doing. And by learning about Pandava's Charitra, we should know what we should be doing. And then in the first purpose is to establish Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. बोलो 3 चीज क्या है? महाभारत, रामायण एंड भागवतम. माइक दो.
From Ramayana we learn how to lead.
LEAD.
And from Mahabharata we learn how to live. LIVE. And from Bhagavatam we learn how to leave.
How to leave this world.
LAVE.
How to leave this world. Right? So, even after writing Mahabharata, right? Even after compiling Vedanta Sutra. So, first in the beginning, he three things he mentioned Narad Muni in his questions. One is, are you satisfied by identifying body with the soul? That is Karma Kanda. Right? You perform so and so yajna, you will go to Swargaloka. You perform so and so vrata, you will go to Swargaloka. You perform so and so tapasya, your desire will be fulfilled. Like that. It is connected to the body. That is identifying soul with the body. Right? And number 2, Then Brahman, impersonal Brahman, realizing impersonal Brahman, Paramatma, all this discussion, right? Then Mahabharat, what is the defect in Mahabharat, Even though Mahabharat is the greatest literature, that's why it's called Mahabharat. Even though it is the purpose of writing Mahabharat is to establish Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then Pandavas Satcharitra, Prabhupada said it is better to read about Pandavas Charitra, in first kind of Bhagavatam. Krishna will be more pleased if you read Pandavas history than Krishna's own life. Because Krishna is very pleased when they hear about his devotees. So Pandava Satcharitra means it is the history of Pandavas. Right? It's the history of Pandavas. So we should not, but what is the defect in Mahabharata? Even after writing Mahabharata, why is he not satisfied?
Directly, devotional service to Krishna is not directly emphasized as.
Yeah, even though Bhagavad Gita is there, and then Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra is there, but by the time you come there, there are so many other stories, connected to Karma Kanda. Somebody may become deviated. That is the problem in Mahabharata. This Vedanta Sutra and Upanishads, basically they indirectly deal with the impersonal Brahman. They give more importance to impersonal Brahman, even though there is a mention of personal form of the Lord. But mostly those who read Vedanta Sutra and other Upanishads, they tend to become impersonalists. In medieval ages, there is one great personality. His name is Madhusudan Saraswati. Madhusudan Saraswati. Madhusudan, later on he became Saraswati. Once he went to Gaudadesh, Mayapur, to meet Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya refused to meet him. By birth, he is a devotee of Krishna. Very, his father and all, naturally attracted to Krishna and like that. When he, I don't know what is the significance of Lord Chaitanya not meeting Madhusudan Saraswati, why he refused. But because of his disappointment, he went to Kashi. Then he studied Advaita, Vedanta Sutra very thoroughly. Then he became a very big time impersonalist, Mayavadi. And then he is a great tapasvi also, Siddha Purush. Once Akbar's daughter, she was suffering from a incurable disease. One day, Akbar got a dream. You go to the bank of Ganges, you will meet a sadhu. He will cure your daughter's ailment. He came and he met Madhusudan Saraswati on the bank of Ganges. So, Akbar took him to his palace. Then he requested to cure his daughter's illness. Then he cured the illness of Akbar's daughter. Then Akbar is greatly pleased. Then Akbar asked Madhusudan Saraswati, my dear sadhu, if you want anything, please ask, I can give you. At that time, these mullahs, they got a free hand that they can kill anybody they want. But there is no inquiry, they don't come under justice system of this, So they are killing our sadhus in Vrindavan, in Benares. So Madhusudan Saraswati went and asked Akbar that please tell, stop this. They are unnecessarily killing, innocent sadhus. They praise Akbar, but they were all same. They are cut in the same cloth. Very cruel. He may be having some good qualities, but Akbar also was very cruel. So he refused to revoke that law. They had a law that a Maulvi cannot be subjected to court and all that. It's not applicable. So Akbar refused. Then Madhusudan said, you said, whatever I want, I can ask you. Then he said, you ask something else, I cannot. Then he said, when our sadhus also they kill, they should not be subjected to law. Like that. He said, okay. But do you think, I don't remember last time when I slapped somebody. If I slap somebody, my hand will pain. उसका तो कुछ नहीं होगा, like that. Sadhus, we don't like to kill anybody. We don't, we hesitate to kill even cockroaches or in the rats, like that. So, they say, it is a historical account that Madhusudan Saraswati is the one who trained these Naga Babas. That's why they carry trishuls and all. If you misbehave and all, they kill, these Naga Babas. Like that. That is the story. Anyway, that is a side story. So, Madhusudan Saraswati, he wrote a book called Advaita Siddhi. In Mayavadi circles, this scripture is regarded as a very great scripture, Advaita Siddhi, perfectly written, no loopholes, no faults. So at that time, Madhvacharya Sampradaya people and these Advaitavadis, they are having a big fight. One Madhvacharya Sampradaya devotee, he came and joined. So, because this Madhusudan Saraswati became very famous all over India because of this book, Advaita Siddhi. Nobody was able to defeat. He came, he became a sannyasi under the discipleship of Madhusudan Saraswati. He learned Advaita Siddhi. That time when books and all, they are not prominent, right? So he learned, and then he went back, then he wrote a book defeating Advaita Siddhi. अरे वसुदेव ये तो बहुत बड़ा चीटिंग है, ये सब होता है. And then anyway, all these things are happening. One day, Madhusudan Saraswati, he went to Vrindavan. He was basically a devotee of Krishna, so he went to Vrindavan. He has taken darshan of Banki Bihari. He was sitting, nearby Yamuna used to flow that time. He was sitting on the bank of Yamuna. One Vaishnava met him. Right? One Vaishnava met him. Then he said, are you Madhusudan Saraswati? He said, yes. You are the one who wrote Advaita Siddhi? He said, yes. Okay. I will ask you two questions. Answer me. He said, what? Whenever you defeat some opponent, Vaishnava opponent, do you feel bliss? Do you feel happiness? He said, yes. Whenever you lose argument to your opponent, do you feel sad? He said, yeah, somewhat. Then he asked, then how it is Advaita Siddhi? You are in duality. Huh? You are in duality. If you are feeling happy and sad, that means you are in duality. So what is the reading and writing this book, Advaita Siddhi? तो बेहोश हो गया. तो सही है, ये तो सही है. Then he fell at his feet. He fell at his feet. What should I do? ये सब छोड़ो, अद्वैत है ना. भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहित काले नहीं रक्षति दुकृन् करणे. संस्कृत में ये दुष्कृन् करणे मीन्स रिपीटिंग. सो प्लीज गिव अप दिस प्रैक्टिस संस्कृत. Simply sing Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Shankaracharya also says. So he went immediately, asked, what should I do now? He said, give up all this nonsense, chant Krishna's name. So he gave him Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when Madhusudan Saraswati, I already told, he is already Siddha Purusha, very greatly advanced in practices, meditation and all. So very pure person, Brahmana, sannyasi, leading a very pure life. Then when he chanted Krishna's names, very immediately he attained perfection. Then he got darshan of Lord Krishna. Then mantra mugdh ho gaya tha wo. Kamaniya Kishore, so then he wrote a book called Ananda Mandakini, describing the each and every anga of Krishna. Starting with the hair, Varhatamsa, peacock feather, earrings, ear, nose, lips, eyes, each and every part he was describing, and very beautiful poetry. Maybe one day I can explain some of the verses. I have a little bit read, Ananda Mandakini. And then he came back to Benares. He said, Guruji, क्या हो गया आपको? किधर अद्वैत सिद्धि चला गया? Holy names. He said, yeah. Chitchor. Krishna is known as Chitchor. Chitchor ने मेरा चित्त को हरा लिया. अभी I am sold out to Shyam Sundar Bhagavan. Like that. So even Bilvamangal Thakur also, he was a Panchakshari mantra. You know what is Panchakshari mantra? Om Namah Shivaya. So he was a Brahmana, taken birth in Shaivite family, initiated into chanting Om Namah Shivaya. Then attached to Advaita Vidhi, Advaita Patha. But this Natkat, Nandalal, मेरा चित्त को हरण कर लिया. Like that, Advaita, like that. So there are so many of this, Parinishtopi Nairgunya, Uttama Shloka Leelaya, Grihita Cheta Rajarshi, Akhyatvan Ed Aditvan. Sukadeva Goswami is saying about himself, I am very attached to impersonal Brahman. But when I heard Krishna's pastimes, I became again attached to Krishna. Reading Bhagavatam. Right? So this is the defect. So Srila Prabhupada raises this question. The personality who compiled Vedanta Sutra is not happy. How can the reader of Vedanta Sutra be happy? Right? So now Narad Muni is going to answer. He is asking questions to Vyasadeva. You have compiled all this Karma Kanda, you have compiled Jnana Kanda, then you have compiled Mahabharata, but still why are you unhappy? Right? Why are you unhappy? So we are very, very fortunate. Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Balopi Yad Anugrahat Tarin Nana Vyaptim Siddhanta Sagaram. So, Tare Nana Matagraha Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Yat Balopi Anugrahat Tare Nana Matagraha Vyaptim Siddhanta Sagaram. I offer my respectful obeisance to Lord Chaitanya, by whose mercy even a Bala means even a small child, can cross over all these various types of Siddhantas, various types of philosophies, okay? Various philosophies. Vyaptim cha graha, you know, when somebody falls into the ocean, he is attacked by crocodiles. In the same way, in this material world, there are many philosophies who are like crocodiles. Right? Some foolish people, they say, Sambhu has written Bhagavad Gita. You know who say like that? Whole world knows that Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita, and then Bhagavan Uvacha comes. Then it is a conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. But these foolish people, they say, Shambhu has written Bhagavad Gita. World will come to end. All this. You know who say all these things? Huh? Brahma Kumar. That lady, you know, Shivani, huh? There is one famous lady, no? Huh? And there are many fools who who buy this philosophy. Arey, itna buddhi nahi hai. Arey, can't you ask? Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita. Why are you saying Shambhu has spoken Bhagavad Gita? Kuch bhi. But they have lost intelligence. There are so many, so many cheaters. So many Sai Babas. Mostly these Andhra people. I think they are very foolish, Andhra people. They are pious but very foolish. Where you go to Shirdi Sai Baba, mostly Telugu people. Mostly. Bada buses mein aa jate. And then there is Puttaparthi. It's all nonsense. So, Nana Matagraha, they are like crocodiles. Once, somebody is caught by crocodile, very, very difficult to get out of this. Right? There is one devotee used to be there. His brother, he joined, there is one Kalki Bhagwan, they have some spanta in Thana. Kalki Bhagwan. So he is a big follower of Kalki Bhagwan. So there is this boy, Vinay Nadu, he used to come to me. So he used to try to preach to him, Arey Baba, this is cheating. Kalki Bhagwan, end of Kali Yuga aata hai. Ye Kalki Bhagwan nahi hai. But their faith, it's very difficult to change their faith. Very difficult. Because they don't have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Right? But we all got mercy of Lord Chaitanya. What is the symptom that we got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? That too very minute, Leshamatra Krupa we got. What is the symptom? Bolo, Sajid. Atapite deva padambujadvayam prasad leshanugrahita dhimahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanya ekopi chiran vichinvan. This verse is spoken by? Huh? Huh? So this verse is a very beautiful verse spoken by Lord Brahma. He is offering prayers to Lord Krishna, 10th canto, 14th chapter. This verse, when there is a discussion between the Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma, he, Bhattacharya, he wanted to teach Vedanta Sutra to Lord Chaitanya. Then he said Lord Chaitanya was belonging to lower category of sannyas. I will teach him. He took sannyas from Keshav Bharati. So they belong to, they say everything is one, but they have a Tartamya that Puri, Saraswati, they are higher category of sannyas. Bharati and all, they are lower category of sannyas. So he says, Lord Chaitanya belongs to lower category of sannyas. I will upgrade him by teaching Vedanta Sutra. So Gopinath Acharya became very angry. You don't have to upgrade him and all. He is Sakshat Narayana, Krishna. Can't you see? Then there is an argument. Then Gopinath Acharya, he chastised Sarvam Bhattacharya, saying that your heart is very dry. That is why you cannot accept the conclusions of the Shastra. He is incarnation for this age of Kali. Because Sarvam Bhattacharya's disciples said, there is no incarnation in Kali Yuga. Then Gopinath Acharya quoted from 7th canto Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj, Channavatara. He is covered incarnation. Then Gopinath Acharya, he said, because you did not receive the mercy of Lord Krishna, you cannot understand that Lord Chaitanya is incarnation of Krishna. Then Sarvam Bhattacharya mocked it. You are talking as if you received the mercy. Then Gopinath Acharya quoted this verse. Atapite deva padambujadvayam prasad leshanugrahita dhimahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanya ekopi chiran vichinno. Atapite deva padambujadvayam prasada lesha. Prasada lesha means very minute portion of mercy. Those, my dear Lord, those who receive very minute portion of your mercy, they will understand that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, symptom of receiving Lord Chaitanya's mercy, Lord Krishna's mercy, is that if you accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How many of you have received the mercy of Lord Krishna and Chaitanya? You didn't? Upar karo, haath upar karo. Yeah. Why? Because accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality without any doubt. So that is the greatest achievement in our lives. कुछ भी हो जाए, हम कुछ भी करें, कुछ भी हो जाए, right? Just because of this one sentence, you say that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I accept Krishna is the Supreme. Krishna will save you wherever you are. Krishna is the greatest thing in the world, to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came from Bengal, then he settled in Jagannath Puri. Then he had a discussion with Sarvam Bhattacharya. He converted Sarvam Bhattacharya into a devotee. And then he left for South India Yatra. Meanwhile, Maharaj Prataprudra came and he met Sarvam Bhattacharya. Sarvam Bhattacharya is his guru. Then he heard that there is a great personality from Bengal came. So, he said, where is he? He said he went to South India Yatra. Then Maharaj Prataprudra, he heard so much about Lord Chaitanya, he wanted to have darshan of the Lord Chaitanya. Then Sarvam Bhattacharya said he went for South India. Then Maharaj Prataprudra asked, why didn't you stop him? Then Sarvam Bhattacharya replied that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is completely independent. Nobody can, तुम्हारा सत्ता नहीं चलता है. Right? Prabhupada writes, as soon as Sarvam Bhattacharya told that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without asking any question, he accepted the words of Sarvam Bhattacharya that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then Prabhupada writes, this understanding helped him in future to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and take darshan of, of Lord Chaitanya and, got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Right? How did Lord Chaitanya bestow mercy on Maharaj Prataprudra? Can anybody tell?
Showing him at 8 places is dancing.
Very good. So next Sunday, Rath Yatra is there in Puri. So he had, there are 7 parties. Kirtan was going on. Tumultuous Kirtan was going on. And then, just like Lord Krishna danced with so many gopis, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in all the groups. Then each group was thinking, oh, Lord Chaitanya is in our group dancing. They didn't understand that, Lord Chaitanya is dancing in the other group also. This phenomena was seen by, understood by Maharaj Prataprudra. Right? There is one more reason, Lord Chaitanya is pleased with Maharaj Prataprudra. You know what is that? He was sweeping on the road. Right? He was sweeping on the road. For a king to sweep on the road, it is very humbling service, very menial service. So Lord Chaitanya, when he saw Maharaj Prataprudra sweeping the road in front of Lord Jagannath, that also pleased him. Then also that when just by hearing the words of his spiritual master, Sarvam Bhattacharya, because he accepted Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that's why Lord Chaitanya showed his mystic powers, Then Sarvam Bhattacharya appreciated, see, Mahaprabhu is bestowing mercy on you. Like that. Yomam evam asamudo janati purushottamam sasarva vidbhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. So, whatever you just keep saying or thinking, you simply think, I am an eternal, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am his eternal servant. I am an eternal servant of Krishna. You just keep thinking like this, one day you will become his servant. So easy, na? If you simply keep thinking, I am servant of Modi, you will not become his personal assistant. Right? But if you simply think, oh, I am servant of Krishna, I am servant of Krishna, one day you will become servant of Krishna. There is Maharaj Prataparudra's father, Purushottam Dev. He is a very great devotee of Lord Jagannath. Very great devotee of Lord Jagannath. One day, he went to South India. There, he met King of Kanchipuram. The king of Kanchipuram's daughter's name was Padmavati. They offered Padmavati to Maharaj Purushottam Dev. Maharaj Purushottam Dev agreed. Then Maharaj Purushottam Dev, he invited King of Kanchi to Jagannath Puri for Rath Yatra, because Rath Yatra is a special festival. That time, when he came, the Raja and the Mantri and all, they came. So during Rath Yatra festival, they saw Purushottam Dev sweeping on the road in front of Lord Jagannath. And they felt greatly insulted that a king acting like a sweeper. Then he said, we will not give our daughter to a sweeper. Bangi, chaprasi. That time, Bangi means, very low class, low grade, profession. Bangi. Nowadays, you can't call them Bangi. It is a offense. अभी कोई लेक्चर सुनेगा तो FIR करेगा. So Bangi. Then Maharaj Purushottam Dev को बहुत गुस्सा आया. He went and attacked Kanchipuram king. That Kanchipuram king is very powerful. He defeated him. So Maharaj Purushottam Dev coming back, then he was very despondent. He went to Lord Jagannath. Said, my dear Lord, I have no problem but they have insulted your servant. So it's an insult to you. In order to teach them a lesson, because they have insulted you, Lord Jagannath, I went and fought with them. You didn't help. You didn't help. This is very bad. He was complaining to Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath asked, did you take my permission? You didn't ask my permission. So now, then he said, okay, now you give me permission. Said, you go again attack them. Go and attack them. We will come behind. Baldev and myself will come. How will I know? You will know. He said, Pakka, you will come? I said, yeah, Pakka will. Then anyway, so Kanchipuram Raja became very shocked. That how come, this fellow again was attacking. So they also arranged, big army. So meanwhile, before Maharaj Purushottam Dev attacked, one black boy and white boy, they came on 2 horses and they defeated the entire Sena. And they, like that. And then later on, Purushottam Dev, went and they said, then then they brought this Padmavati with them. Right? They were, because it's an insult, that they don't want to give the girl Padmavati. So they brought Padmavati with them. Meanwhile, Kanika, there is one village, there is this thing. And then these 2 Sainiks, black boy and then white boy, they came. They wanted to drink buttermilk. She was selling, some milk products. Then entire buttermilk and dahi, whatever she got, they all consumed. Both of them consumed. Then that lady asked, this is my whole day earning. Give me something. Then the boys, they said, we don't have anything. We don't have any cash. But I will give you my ring. Show this to the behind the king is coming. Purushottam Dev is coming. You show them this mudra, this ring, then he will pay you. He will recognize, because we are Sainiks of his army only. Said okay. Then she was very happy. Then meanwhile, Maharaj Purushottam Dev came. Then he said, wait, come. Said, what happened? 2 of your Sainiks, they took all the milk products. So when I asked for remuneration, they showed this ring. And please, compensate. When he saw the ring, he recognized that the ring, was gifted by Maharaj Purushottam Dev to Lord Jagannath. Said, अरे Lord Jagannath क्या इतना उसके पैर पे गिर पड़ा है, ये तो इतना जगन्नाथ से मुलाकात, जगन्नाथ को दही छाछ पिलाया तूने, पूरा जितना चाहिए उतना धन दे दिया उसको. You are so lucky. So Purushottam Dev understood that Lord Jagannath and Baldev, they went and defeated Kanchipuram kingdom, the king. Then they were very angry. Then Padmavati Devi, they said, he told the mantri that find out the best Bangi in our country and marry her off. Marry her off. So Mantri said, okay. Then he kept her for 1 year in his house. So next time Ratha Yatra was taking place, that time Purushottam Dev, again he was cleaning the road. That time he brought the Padmavati, said, my dear Lord, you are the best Bangi in this country. I am giving this Padmavati to you in marriage. So Maharaj Purushottam Dev laughed and said, okay. So their son only Maharaj Prataprata. Great son, great king. Like that. So that is, so next week Jagannath Rath Yatra is there. And following Thursday, I think we'll have lecture, or you want to go for a Meera Road Rath Yatra is there. You want to have lecture? Huh? Okay. See, anyway, whoever wants to come, usually people don't go there all the way. Meera, I am also not planning to go. Because next Saturday, that is on 13th, we are having Rath Yatra. Right? So, as usual, there is Aarti. This time 5,500 rupees Aarti. You can sponsor Aartis. Contact our Shankar Prabhu. If you want to sponsor Chappan Bhog, also it is there. Flower, decoration, so many things are there. So Jagannath festival is there. For 7 days there is a festival. Lord Jagannath will come and stay in the courtyard. A very beautiful darshans he gives. And all. Anybody has any questions? हाँ? चलो कीर्तन करेंगे. आकाश, करताल दो. खड़े हो जाओ सब लोग, नाचो, कीर्तन गाओ. चलो यंग गर्ल्स सामने आ जाओ, नाचो. श्रिया, मैं जब गाता हूँ आप सब लोग ऐसा करने का, प्रणाम करके हरे कृष्ण मंत्र. आप जब गाएंगे हाथ ऊपर करके नाचने का. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah. Nacho. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once Prabhupada saw one devotee going to the beach for walk during Mangalarti. Prabhupada asked him, why are you going to the beach? Prabhupada, I am putting on weight. I want to lose weight. Then Prabhupada told, next day morning, Mangalarti time, you meet me. I will tell you very good exercise to lose weight. Then, Shri Radhika Madhavayora Paravan. Prabhupada said, dance. Every day you dance, you will lose weight. So those who want to lose weight also, they should. Huh? There is no need to go to the gym. Come to the temple. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Lakshmi Hari Radha, Lakshmi Hari Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees.